The year is 2100. We have failed to abide by the Paris Climate Accord. The temperature is now 3 degrees above the pre-industrial average. Resources are scarce. Fossil fuels have run out. Weather events are unpredictable and violent. Can you build a resilient community under these conditions, or will you collapse?
Our strategy was to not invest in security at the beginning, but more in the energy and look at the youth. And then we saw, okay, we can lose some population. Well, we actually lost population due to the bonus cards and the catastrophe cards. And then at the end, we saw we had a lot of resources left, and but like, okay, let's invest it because it's the last round and we need well-being points to win. Let's invest it in culture. And that's made sure that we had like 6 well-being points at the end.
Nothing was easy actually. So we had a lot of difficulties at the beginning when allocating our resources, energy, making the planning in advance. The disasters affected us pretty badly, so all power grid was almost shut down. So we relied heavily on hydro, and almost all of the disasters were specifically targeting hydropower. That affected us pretty badly.
We invested in security at the beginning, but nobody else had security, and like I said, we were benevolent dictators, so we didn't invade anybody with our security. So maybe it would have been better to invest in arts and culture instead of security, unless you're very afraid that your peers are not benevolent dictators and will come to take your stuff. Then invest in security, but otherwise maybe go for an arts and culture that gives you some well-being to start out with. And as time passes and maybe you lose certain things and you have resources and people that open up, you invest in other things that give you a bit more well-being.
What I've learned is that decisions aren't easy to make. It's not easy to sacrifice something you build in the game, and so that really hurt when you have to put down a card or like sacrifice agriculture or a population.
I found something that was interesting is that despite that well-being is only attributed with things that are superfluous to kind of the baseline infrastructure, where, you know, I would think that especially in these kinds of situations in the future, well-being, you know, it's kind of the baseline. So do you have enough food, and have you been able to feed everybody? That should give you well-being.
Yeah, it also shows the disaster's impacts on our entire life. Like, without the energy, we cannot have transportation, and without that, we cannot have any agriculture. So it's totally interconnected, everything.
Enjoy and hear each other out, because like different strategies, and compare them, and also strategize and look across the board what the other teams are doing, seeing what they are investing, because we didn't invest in security because we saw that nobody was investing in security, so the risk for an invasion was low. But if you see definitely a few teams doing that, maybe strategize and say, okay, let's have some defense ready. No, I enjoy enjoy this game, have fun.